Okay, welcome everybody. This is Jin on the Jinwolfe channel, and I've got a buddy and co-faction mate with me, Gamma Crux. I think he's one of the best PvP people on our server. Gamma, go ahead and say hi.
Hello, guys.
Hey, and we're gonna be doing a little questionnaire about PvP, and we're gonna learn something. All right, and we're gonna learn why he's so good and what makes him tick, and hopefully you guys could learn something. All right.
All right, let's get to it.
Okay. So first question: why the name Gamma Crux?
I have quite a history with this name. The name Gamma derives from an older movie, Godzilla. You guys might have heard of it. Everybody heard of it probably by this point. One of the dinosaurs was named Gameron. Um, see, my tune back then was Gamma Archer back on retail. That was his name. The Crux part is from an RPG called Tales of Symphonia. You guys might not have heard of it, but to anybody that played RPGs, JRPGs, you would know about it, most likely. The enemy organization, the main one, was called Crucius, and they were notorious for being bad. You find out that in the later half, no spoilers. So I cut that short, so Crux, and cut Gameron short, so Gamma Crux. And that's
Ah,
how it is.
all right. Isn't Gamera? I'm a big Godzilla fan actually, and it wasn't Gamera the turtle?
Honestly, I'm not sure. I actually got it from reference from one of my family members. They recommended it.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
But I do believe it's the big turtle dinosaur one, and he's a
possibly.
badass, and they're doing another show for that on Netflix. I think it's gonna be an animated series. I do believe,
Hmm. Hmm.
if I'm right. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a duel. We're gonna like do some duels in between the questions and stuff like that, everybody. So you kind of get to see what's going on. And you want to do this in white name, or you want to do like an actual duel?
We could do it in a white name.
Okay.
Why not?
All
Probably more
right.
seamless like that.
I don't know why I turned mine off. I usually have it on all the time.
I'm
And
always in PvP mode.
yeah. Let me go switch to. All right. So I've got my PVE gear on. So let me go ahead and switch it. It's just attack mode. Everything is just attack. I
I'll
mean,
switch to pure attack too then.
I'm gonna be getting my butt kicked really fast. All
We'll see how it
right.
goes.
I don't think I've dueled you in a long time. Okay.
I don't know.
All right. You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Whenever you're ready,
Ready.
go.
All right. I'm trying to stun. Oh,
Oh my god.
yeah. He's almost one shotted me. All right. Put on sip.
Oof.
How are you hitting so hard?
I waited for your immunity to go off. I don't know. It's a
Yeah, but
pure attack pack.
you dealt 19,000, 25,000, and then
Well, one
1,000, 24, and 37.
one thing that would help is you currently are in a magic defense ring versus me. You're not getting your full resistance versus me. You have a
Uh,
Moon's Embrace on.
um.
Plus, you have a PvE necklace on. So you're not getting full spirit either.
Oh yeah, you're right. I don't have any spirit on there. Oh, and
And you're also using a PvE Genie, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, but that still wouldn't stop me from getting 19 and
I'm not
25,000.
sure where that 25k came from,
Yeah, that's outrageous. Basically, uh, you two hit me.
basically. I'm not sure where that came from, but
All right, bring out the more defensive. Okay, so how many tunes do you have that are maxed?
these two, my Seeker and my Sin, are the only ones that currently are at the max or end game potential. My Stormbringer is still coming along. Uh, he's like halfway there. He's getting there.
Oh, yeah, I was
He's
gonna say
not.
I saw
Go on.
your seeker in one of my nation wars, and you were just running around. There was like 10 people trying to kill you, and they couldn't kill you.
Oh yeah, I love being a seeker. Seekers are my favorite class right now.
I have one, but I'm sure he's not maxed out on my side. Um, oh, and okay, here's another question.
What's up?
I don't know if this is already in the list of questions I have for you, but how much um, titles do you have?
I currently have 370 out of 662.
Yeah, see,
Uh,
I
some of
mine.
them, some of them are like the fashion titles, like just like no stat ones. But I'm at the end. Like I can't get any more besides the Arigora one, which
Uh-huh.
no one has right now. But
Oh
working
yeah,
on it.
that's right.
Very slow, steady progress towards it.
Okay. Yeah, see, I don't have that many titles. I have a lot, but 172 on the barb and Dustblade. The Archer has
Another thing too, for
341, but
another thing I want to say for anyone's watching, titles are the most important thing on this server. They are absolutely a must. You must get them, along with a PvP attack and a PvP defense set. It is a must.
yeah, we don't have star charts or Numas or what's the other one that they have on retail? We don't have glyphs here either.
Yeah, and
So,
it's Star Chart, cards, and G17
oh
weapons.
yes, cards. I forgot about cards. And the
Yes.
G17, I left the retail server right when the G17
Yeah.
was like fresh and new. And I remember one person had a G17 weapon, and I don't know how they got it pretty fast, but it was a defense weapon, and it would
It's
bring him in and
crazy.
out of targetability, and then nobody
Yes.
could kill him.
That's called dim light or something like that.
Yeah,
Makes them untargetable for 5 seconds. It's
yeah,
crazy.
that's ridiculous. I hope to God it never comes to this. By the way, for anybody who doesn't know about this channel and where we're located, we are playing on the Evolved Perfect World server. I'll go ahead and put that in the description. And now that we got some questions out, let's go do the barb. Now this is gonna be full defense on a barb.
Let me go to my Stormbringer. I feel like my Stormbringer is closer to your Barb's gear.
Man, I don't have. Yeah, I don't have a belt that has spirit. And that's another question. Do you think that spirit is better than defense, or defense plus two, or defense plus two better than spirit?
Um, it depends on what gear set you are on. If you're on defense, defense level +2 is better. It gets a small damage mitigation more than Ravenstones do.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then like if you're in attack mode, Ravens are better. They give, I think, less attack than what attack levels would give, but Ravens give both defense and attack. They give both,
Okay.
which is obviously much more needed if you're, say, caught on attack. If you get caught on attack, you better hope you survive. That's
Yeah.
all there is to it. Do what you can.
All right. Now it's gonna be kind of hard to catch a Stormbringer with the barb. I know.
Yes, Stormbringer versus Barb is a very bad duel for the Barb,
Yeah. All
but
right.
it's possible.
Let's go ahead and get started. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay. I think I got everything. All right. Go.
Go.
Oh, it's not letting me.
I'll wait for you.
It's because you're in Vendetta. Oh, wait a second. Did I forget to turn that off for the?
Oh, now you're attacking me. Okay.
All right. So I've got all defense set on. Try to weaken the. Oh shit. There we go. All those stuns. Man, how do they have that many stuns? go ahead and shield up. You guys got to remember, this is a full bite defense set Barb, and he's chewing through me like crazy. Alright, why am I?
I'm a bit different than the other Stormbringers that generally use more attack levels, like less channeling. As a Stormbringer, you want to go pure channeling. That is like something you need as one. Getting skills off as fast as possible and keeping enemies away from you is the way for a Stormbringer.
Okay. See, I don't have too many ways to stun you from distance.
It's a very hard duel for you.
Close. I don't know. I did that
See,
one.
you shouldn't have used that one skill because I believe that's the one that pulls aggro. I'm the only one targeting you.
Yeah, that was mistakenly doing that one. Alright. So I'm having to do a lot of defense here. And then there's the stun. Or immobilize. Come on.
See, I'm standing right outside the vortex, to where if you were to run to me, you would just get pulled in.
I literally can't do anything.
And making sure I'm always keeping you at a distance, never letting you get close to me.
Yeah, this is a really hard fight. I know
See,
in
when you get
retail,
close, I just push. Yeah?
they got those jump skills for barbs that you can jump right
Yes,
to the
retail
opponent.
has a jump on barbs.
Oh, come on.
Pretty crazy. See, and I just push you away again.
This would be...
And push you away again.
Alright. I'm almost out of charm. Maybe we feel that. You've got some kind of shield on. Someone's coming down.
See, I'm always stunning you and waiting for my stun timer. When it's over, push away.
Let's see if I can. I never get to the point where my faith is up. Here we go.
And stun again. Wait for that. Push away. See, now you use an anti-stun, so I'm going to use my paralysis skill, which is going to interrupt you periodically and go through your stun.
Oh, close.
On you.
Oh, man. Who is
Push
that?
you away again.
We've got
I don't know
another
who that is.
person out here.
They might be going for Colty.
Oh, come on. He must have been just out of reach right there. Good
GG.
fight. Alright. Okay. So Literally, I'm getting my butt whooped everywhere over here. That's my
It's alright.
that's my biggest defense too, right there. So let's see. Okay, so next question: what is your favorite tune for PvP or PvE?
Um, hmm. I like all of them, but like I said, Seeker has always been my favorite for PvP. That might change, by the way, for
Oh,
1.6.2 when Edge Runners come out.
oh,
I
okay.
might end up having a new love. I don't know. I love Sword and Shield classes.
Hmm. I heard that one's
Um, but
pretty damn tanky too.
but as for PvE, I like the Sin, but I'm sure everybody does because it's a farming class.
Yeah.
So
Literally.
yeah, I love Seeker for PvP.
Ah, okay. I
I
would have
love
thought
being able
Sin
to.
would have been your favorite for PvP.
Nah, not really. I find Sin mostly boring for PvP because right now I think they're too tanky and, in my opinion, too easy to play.
Yeah, and
I know it's going to trigger a lot of people, but in my opinion, I think they're too easy to play.
that's it in my videos. I always talk about how hard they are to kill and stuff like that, and how broken that class is. So, anybody who's watched this before will know.
Oh yeah,
They're my biggest
and
complaint.
don't worry. In 1.6 or is it 1.5.7, which is the new update that's coming with Neverfall, title protection is actually getting a nerf. It's going from 90 seconds to 120-second cooldown. So Sins
Nice.
won't be in title as much anymore.
Yeah,
But Sins will be a really hard hitting class. But their survivability will no longer be as good as it once is.
yeah, that was ridiculous. So, like, how long does title last?
Title protection lasts for 60 seconds. It's a very long time.
And the cooldown was only 90 seconds.
It's only 90 seconds, so 30-second downtime
Yeah,
of no title.
that's ridiculous. And
But
even the
in the
60 seconds is a long time.
yeah, but in the new update, it's gonna have a 60-second duration and about a 60-second cooldown. So that Sin better be ready to survive for 60 seconds.
Yeah, yeah. Hopefully that helps out with it. And
It'll
what about the
go on.
clerics? Clerics are really OP
Clerics
to
are
kill.
very good for TW.
Hmm.
Very good for mass. Yes, I know it sucks right now that clerics are delegated to just RB right now for PvE.
Hmm.
But trust me, as newer instances come, RB will not be as needed anymore because if the new instances forces you to move. They force you in order to constantly move, so you can't just sit in an RB. And if you
Oh.
sit there, you're just gonna die because official has always released like there's area of effects. Like the more modern MMOs have like area of effects that one shot you if you don't run out of the way.
Hmm.
So that cleric needs to move.
Okay.
Everybody needs to move. So RB probably won't be as oppressive in the newer instances. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Okay. Cool. That kind of sucks though because that means forces me to have to learn how to play my cleric. Man, I
Just for
love
any
just being able to
cleric
sit
players
there.
out there.
Yeah. All right. Another question before we do another duel. How long have you been playing PW and what server on retail were you on?
Okay. I've been playing Perfect World for 13 years on and off. I took several breaks in between, but I've always came back. I'm pretty sure that's the case for a lot of us, or a lot of you guys that are probably watching. I'm not sure. I was back on Heaven's Tier back then, way before the merge.
Oh, okay.
Uh, if any old players are here, Enraged and Radiance. Those two were the main factions back then, where
Okay.
I came from.
Yeah, it's a long time.
Um, yeah, and I've been just on and off playing ever since.
Yeah, I think I've been on about 13 years too, and like you said, on and off. Um, I
Like
started,
constantly.
yeah, I started private servers like five years ago or something like that. When the price of glyphs, when I calculated it out, and this is when those first came out on retail, I think it was going to be like $130,000 to max out a glyph.
I 100% believe that. And that's just one glyph.
Yeah.
Mind you, retail has 9 glyphs now that you can have.
Yeah. I was like, there's no way I'm playing this game anymore. And
Mhm.
there's a there's this. I don't know how you describe it. You don't want to let go if you've spent so much money because I was budgeting like $50 a month to go in Perfect World, the retail, and so
Mhm.
by the time whatever 6 7 years came up, I was like realized I had thousands of dollars invested into that game,
That's saying
and
you're so invested into it that you don't want to
yes,
leave that
mhm,
because you invested your time, your
mhm,
money. Unfortunately, my girlfriend, my wife, is the exact same way right now. She'll probably be watching this. And I know she knows my opinion about retail, but I won't say anything more about that
yeah,
because at the end of the day, it's your time to waste, your time to play.
yeah,
It's a game.
and it's like it's not like owning a car or something like that that you actually have something physically. Like if PWI retail shut down tomorrow, all those thousands of dollars or millions of dollars for everybody there would just be gone.
It'll just be wasted in just over one night.
So that's when
It,
I decided, and I've only put like a couple $100 in 2 years on this server, so I think I'm way
yeah,
out ahead.
you don't ever have to cash on this server, so don't ever
No,
feel like you need to.
yeah,
But it very much helps the server and helps Beast and Raven and Bola all do what they do.
yeah. I mean, the servers cost money, keeping everything around, updates and everything like that costs money. So it is good
Mhm.
and patriotic to donate.
Yes.
All right, you want to do?
You want to do
Uh,
another one?
yeah, let's do. Because I always thought that archers were supposed to be easy for Stormbringers, but
Yes,
then
archers should have an advantage sort of over Stormbringers,
yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because
but
uh huh.
right now they're in a very hard spot because if the Stormbringer gets close to the archer has to move away because the range nerf that happens
Hmm.
of being close, you know?
But
Like you're go
on
on.
this server, it's only a 5 meter range.
Yeah, so like right here is where you would be dealing half damage. They're actually going
Hmm.
to be removing that range nerf.
Oh,
So
so
you're going to be doing your full damage even if I'm this close to you.
nice. That
That's a
act.
good change coming to archers.
Yes, cool. I didn't think they had that on retail, did they?
They do have that on retail.
Oh,
Retail
okay.
removed the range penalty that archers had.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that didn't make any sense to me.
Amongst other amazing buffs that archers are going to be getting with glyphs. So right now archers are in a really bad spot. They lack a lot of damage to kill like barbs or seekers or
Yeah.
any other heavy armor class, even Sins a little bit right now.
Hmm.
But that should be, I won't say it won't, will be 100% fixed, but it should really help with when glyphs come. Archer should be in a really good spot for like TWs.
I didn't realize you had your nation war buff on.
Oh yeah, I
Right on.
always put that on.
Yeah,
Always put that on for PvP.
yeah. Well, I do, but I thought we were
You
doing
forgot it
non
probably.
buffs. Yeah.
Well,
All right.
it is what it is. My bad.
So you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready as can be.
All right. Let's go ahead and go.
Let's do it.
Oh, my protections again. Damn it.
Oh, my bad.
There we go. All right. See, I had my buff on. I don't know how you stun past that. What the? Holy shit.
Yeah, Stormbringer is really high damage. You're also an LA class now. You have a lot less defense compared
So
to
4,800, 21, 1,000, 9,000, and 19,000. Did
yes.
you? How'd you hit up to 19,000? Did you do that thing that Stormbringers do where they can stack up their damage or whatever?
Yeah. I always do like progressive. Like I waited until your anti stun was gone, so I stunned you immediately after. So when you stun someone, another thing you should know, you want to disable these defense charms as fast as possible to get to your real damage as soon as possible. Like I know the perfect world class is so well in this version that I just know what every class is going to do.
Yeah.
That's why how I'm able to just counter and and just see whatever's coming. Like that's another thing with PvP. To get better at PvP, you must understand every single class and their weakness and their strength.
I've heard of
You
that.
must know.
I don't know. And also, here's the thing: my whatchamacallit charms are set to 99, but I just upped them to 100. Is
You
that
should
how you
always
have
have
it?
your yes, always put your defense charms at 100.
Okay.
Always.
All right. Yeah, because I just noticed like both my tunes, those defense charms weren't on.
Yes,
The
you should
way,
always have it at 100.
yeah. So if you guys are watching, the way you can tell that it's on or not is you see how it turns red like that, and see when the cooldown and that one's up, this one will go off, and so now it's permanently on, so that the next attacks that come in will be mitigated by them.
I always recommend to have auto pot on. PvE, PvP, no matter what. It's just a flat, just nice thing to have passively going on yourself.
And how much titles do you have on the
The
Stormbringer?
Stormbringer?
Yeah.
I have 314 out of 662. I
Damn.
have a lot of the open world titles, probably all of them, but I don't have much of the bigger, like, custom titles, the grand titles
Uh,
that Evolved has that's unique.
so for those who aren't in the server, we have advanced titles here. So these are um, everything that's added up as titles, but these are the advanced titles. And what is it? The Rising Twilight, Paladin, Legendary Ironsmith, Legendary Weaponry, Lunar Demon Hunter. Those are all custom titles for here. Oh, and Molten Mines. And so you get all these different titles that we don't have, and this kind of helps balance for the lack of attack and defense that we have, that you guys would have on the retail,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. All right. So let's see. So when and why did you come to Evolved?
Uh, when and why I came? I came to Evolve and around I want to say the beginning. No, it was the end. It was the end of the year of 2021. Um, I was playing. I won't mention their names. I was playing other private servers, and I was kind of losing interest in the private server scene because there wasn't really good any private servers that interested me. So I saw Evolve, and I saw it was like all quests. Like I was like, "Ugh, I don't want to do quests and all that again. You know, I dreaded that at first. I did, but I was like, let's give it a try anyway. Maybe I'll really love it. And I did. It was really slow at start at first. Everybody starts off really slow at start.
Mm,
But once you get the hang of the server, once you see how much people are here and how nice people are, you really get like hooked into it. You really do. And
yeah,
I swear your love for Perfect World gets like reignited again. Like you just get hooked again.
yeah.
That's what happened.
It's like how Perfect World when it first came out, how it was, right? It
Yes.
was a little more balanced, and
I
everybody was
recommend
cool.
join Yeah, I recommend joining a guild. There's so many to choose from on this server. A lot of nice people.
Yeah, well, let's take a look
I
at
mean,
the guilds right now. Uh, oh, go ahead. What were you saying?
oh no, no, no. I was just saying like you got to get used to the whole economy too. Learn what stuff is like, how much is stuff is worth, and you'll be good here. It's I love it here. I do.
Yeah, I think I just counted on the world map. Though we have 11 guilds right there, and
It's
God,
actually quite a bit.
yeah, when I first started, I mean there was maybe four.
A lot more now.
Mm-hmm.
Then
So
awesome to see.
okay, so like
Let me see.
here's another question too for about the pots, the auto
Sure.
pots. Do you? I know some people like to for the last auto pot, the elixir misuse one. Do
Yes.
you set your like a sutra powder in there or?
I actually do not like using a sutra in there. I'll tell you my reason why.
Uh huh.
I feel like it isn't accurate when it uses it. Like I want to be able to
Yeah.
control. when I use one of those pots.
Hmm.
Like to use a Sutra or an Iron Guard or do Star Protection or something that makes me immune to stun for 20 seconds. I want to be able to control that. Instead, I put. See if I can find in my inventory. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's a purple pot. It's the elixirs that heals. It's this one. It heals MP and HP.
Oh,
I
really?
don't have. Yeah, I use that instead of like auto pots like Sutra, like I said.
And that doesn't share the same cooldown as those other pots, right?
As no, it doesn't. It's on its own
Ah.
cooldown.
And what percentage do you set that at?
I put that just below HP. I want to say I put that at like 70%, to where it
Oh.
would heal a good amount, but it doesn't heal it all the way. Like you want to make full use of your HP charms or HP pods and whatnot.
Yeah. So what do you set your HP pots at?
I always set it at 90%. Sure, it might not, it might waste a little bit of the HP pod, but I always want to be topped off with HP. You
Yeah.
always want to have your HP up at all times.
Yeah, I've got mine at 95.
I put it at 90. You could put yours at 85 too, but I feel like 90 is just
Yeah, it depends
a
on
good
which
spot
tune you
for it.
have, right? Because if you're a barb, you don't need it at. Well, actually, let me
You'll
see.
probably need it at 92.
Yeah, mine's at 99% on my barb.
I mean, you could do that too for a
So
barb.
it's just basically always going off.
Hmm.
But
You want to stay capped off on HP.
okay. All right. Let's see. You want to
MP
do?
charms. MP charms aren't really as important,
No,
honestly.
they're
But
only if you're in the dungeon where they do the MP suck.
yeah,
That's the only thing.
other than that, at least for now anyway, when Venos get their glyphs, it'll be a bit more based off of MP and whatnot. At least I think so. I'm not 100% sure on that.
Where do you get those small panacea potions at? Because I've
Uh,
got.
you you get them from owning land. If you go to see right now, since me and you are in Vendetta, if you go to City of the Lost and you go to the officer that's there, like he only talks to the person that owns the land. So we own that land, so because we're in Vendetta,
Hmm.
go to him, and if you look under goods, it should be there. It's a purple pot.
Okay.
I believe 1K, which is held by enemy right now, has the best HP and MP pots. Like the most HP recovery, it's not that big of a deal. It's only like 15,000, 1,500 instead of 1,260.
Oh, okay.
It's not big. It's not a big difference.
Yeah, 300 more. That's not huge, but the little bit, every little bit helps, right?
Yeah, every little bit helps in not dying.
Yeah. All right. Do you want to do
Oh, and do you
Dustblade
want on my
versus?
speaker?
Yeah, let's do your Seeker. Let's see. Which tune would be best for Seeker? Let me try Archer on Seeker.
Now, this is my main class. I love this class.
Oh, great. You're gonna be two-shotting me on this one too.
I don't think so.
Your Stormbringer really, like, I can't believe that much of a difference between titles, because all my tunes here are all 105 times 3. They all have their meridians maxed and passives.
Mhm.
So, but just because you have a lot more titles, that makes a huge difference, yeah.
My Stormbringer isn't even maxed on the titles. He still has so much more to go. He doesn't even have Necro or Armageddon yet. He's missing a lot. Stormbringer in general just hurts, though.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So I'm
I'm ready.
gonna try on the Seeker. Let's see what else we can get. Because I know one thing you can't do with this against a Seeker is debuff him, because you can just throw it right
Yes.
back at. So I have to try.
Do you want to be? You want to be very. I can go in whole in depth on how to fight a Seeker. I can go whole in depth on how to fight one if you want me to.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot to explain though.
Okay, yeah, I won't go into that. Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, let's go ahead. Where's that? Oh shit! That's the one time the potion did go off. All right. 180 something. 900. How do you have so much defense?
I disarmed you, so you have no weapon right now.
Alright. Try and do some magic metal skills.
Did do some damage there.
Yeah.
That was an attack, though. Ah, crap.
Alright. See, I don't switch attacks and these during battles, which I should.
You should very much should. Learn your
Yeah.
timings on how you switch from attack to defense.
Disarmed again. Oh, why did I do that one? I don't have. Let's see if I can. Ah, good fight.
Oh, GG.
Your last one did 27,000 damage. And you
Yes.
did an 11,000 in there too. Oh, I was in
Mm,
attack gear, so I didn't switch over fast enough, I guess. Can you switch
I
over
don't.
while you're being stunned or while you're stunned?
No, when you're stunned, you cannot switch your gear.
What about sealed?
If you're just sealed or frozen, one or the other, like just one, you can switch. If you're sealed and if you're frozen, you cannot switch gear at all.
Okay.
If you're sealed and frozen, that is.
All right. Let's see. Okay, next question. I already asked you about the pots. Uh, all right, and you already said which tunes you were gonna make first, right? The
I'm gonna personally
Edge
make
Runner.
the Edge Runner first. Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And you think the what was the other one? The Technician. Is that going to be
Technician.
just like a support class then,
That is a,
or just a
how do I
DD?
put it? That's a DD, honestly.
Ah,
It's a very good one for TW, NW. I don't know about like if you were to say 1v1s, but I will never consider 1v1s because it's not practical for Perfect World. So it's very good for TW, very good for NW. Like the control that they have is
mm-hmm.
absolutely amazing.
Oh,
Gunners are really good. Same with Edge Runners though, but Gunners shine more in TW and NW, in my
okay.
opinion. You're
Hmm,
probably going to see that class a lot in TW and NW when they come.
great. Can't wait to get killed by those two. Okay, what's your kill death count?
Which tune do you want to know?
Mm,
Seeker, Sin?
let's go with the Sin because that's your most played, right?
As of right now, yeah, for now. My Sin has. I do not like going off of KD. I hate going off of KD ratio because it's just not a correct scale of. I'll say skill, quote quote.
Uh huh.
Anyway,
Or measure.
yeah, it's not a great way to tell, but my kills are 1,073. My deaths are 243.
Holy schmoly! That's
See, my Seeker has more with 1,371 kills and 195 deaths.
wait, your secret has what?
My Seeker has more kills than deaths.
Three
Like he has.
thousand?
My Seeker has
Oh,
1,371 players killed
wow.
and only 195 deaths.
Jeez. Yeah, mine. Mine is way more skewed. I'm for my Dustblade, 138 kills to 62 deaths, which everybody on the server knows I don't do too much PvP. Barb is
Yeah.
almost even at 43 kills, 40 deaths,
I
but
mean,
he's
he's also
just
been in TW though, so
yeah,
trying to take them hits.
yeah, he's just a the Barb's just a tank. That's all he's supposed to be. Archer's at
Mhm.
146, 52. So most of mine are almost like 2 to 1 or 3 to 1.
Or 3 to 1, yeah.
Hmm. So, but
Pretty accurate. All right.
that that just gives people an idea of what a good PvP death kill count could, which is you like you said, not a great measure, but
Yeah, I
especially
never love using it as a measure.
yeah, especially like if a person is always in a squad and they only kill like with multiple people ganking people and stuff like that, that's it's almost like that advantage goes to that person versus someone who well 1 versus 1 and stuff like that all the time.
See, I don't also like using 1v1s either because it is natural that certain classes will have an advantage over other classes. Like a mystic will always should always be a psychic because how those classes are built.
Hmm.
Like a Stormbringer should always lose to a psychic. Like hey, certain classes counter each other.
Yeah, well that I would agree with you in retail perfect world because I know in retail my barb he could almost never get killed by a sin or a dustblade and stuff like that. But
Yeah,
on
it's
this
heavy armor.
server he can get killed by any class. Like straight up, he's
Well,
a vitality tanking class, but I've gotten killed by sins plenty of times, and that's
well,
not supposed to happen.
well, it depends on if you were like, say, if your barb was maxed out, and if he
Hmm.
had everything done for him,
Hmm.
I could never kill you on my sin alone.
Hmm.
Never. I might be able to get you close to death, but if you're actively playing it, I can't kill you.
Hmm.
Like I can't. But that's how it should be, I think.
Well, but I mean like in retail, like my barb would always be afraid of magic classes because they can kill.
Yeah, they have
Um,
really high damage on
yeah,
heavy armors.
so in retail it was like the triangle, right? So LA was always able to beat magic class always beat heavy armor always beat light armor. But in this server, I guess I was talking to Man about it, and he was saying like on this server they try to do like every class can beat another class as long as they're like, you know, semi equal in gear and stuff like that in
I mean, kind
titles.
of, yeah.
But I mean,
Certain classes really struggle right now. Like I said, EA and Psychic right now are really in a weird spot.
yeah,
It'll probably get better when glyphs come out,
yeah, hopefully,
but we'll see till
hopefully.
then.
All right,
But
so
there are also certain classes that are not built for a 1v1. Like
yeah,
archers aren't built for that 1v1. They're built for mass CW.
yeah,
Clerics built for mass CW to support everyone. Sins are they're not
everything.
great in mass. They're really not great in mass.
Uh,
If you're focused hard as a sin in mass, you're just dead. There's not really much you can do. Same
ev-
with a Dustblade. That Dustblade. Ooh, Dustblade.
all right, I'll agree with you with that. That's why I prefer to play my archer in territory war and nation war and stuff. But
Because you just have the straight advantage with range. You can be
hmm
in a safe distance and shoot them off.
yeah, as long as you're in a party and you've got other people
Yes.
backing you up too.
Well,
um,
yeah.
all right, so which genie skills are a must and which are a bust?
Okay, there is
Let's take a
so
look at
many
these.
genie. There's so many genie skills that are pretty bad and just not good.
Hmm.
So it's better off if I go over the ones that are good, I
Hmm.
believe. So faith is a must. You should have it. Besides for barbs, barbs have a very specific genie that they would go. And I'm sure your barb might have it, like
Yeah.
solid
Yep.
shield, um, occult ice or something. They don't really go the faith build.
No.
Barbs don't usually go the faith build. They go for strength genies. Um,
I do have a faith on this one, but I never get to use it.
really? Okay.
Hmm.
Didn't know that. Okay. But
Because it
most
takes
barbs go for
160
that.
energy, so it's like
It's a lot, yeah.
Unless you got a genie that can just regenerate really, really fast.
So like
Shit.
the base defense build is, or PvP build, or PvP genie, I should say, is faith, absolute domain, tree protection, and something like fortify. That's usually generally the baseline of what people go to survive in PvP.
Hmm.
Because living to see another day is obviously way more important in PvP,
Yeah.
and instead of just dying all the time. Obviously there's branch off skills, like depending on if you're on PvE as well.
Hmm.
Like if you're in PvE, you would go for a Mire. Like you would go for Strength Genie Mire. Um, it really depends on what you go for. Like Holy Path is also a must in PvE because you want to get places quick and
Yeah.
catch up to everyone. But PvP, Holy Path really isn't needed because air PvP is a thing, and you can just fly and get around everywhere
Yep,
that
that's true.
quickly like that.
Totally true. What about like Meyer, Extreme Poison, and Frenzy? You think those work in the PvP or better for PvE?
Um, Frenzy. No, Frenzy's only good in PvE. PvP, it leaves you way too vulnerable.
Yeah.
It literally halves your defense, which is literally like asking someone to kill you, in
Yeah.
my opinion. I don't think you should use that in PvP at all. You can get away with extreme poison if you're feeling like you're in an okay place to use extreme poison in. Other than that, try to save your genie for defense stuff to try to live. Expending your genie energy on all stuff that debuffs the target and whatnot is not a good way to go, unless if you're confident with it.
Ah, okay.
Like, if I have the advantage, say, in our 1v1 and in just a battle, I would definitely use something like Mire because I feel like I'm safe. I don't need to use anything defensive versus you, at least not at that moment.
Uh huh.
Or if I feel like I'm being under threat and I should save my energy to be defensive, I would not spend it at all, and I would just save it for like absolute domain or faith or tree of protection.
Ah, okay. So basically, you're saying in more for mass PvP and stuff like that, you want to be staying alive more often.
Yeah, you want to
Or,
stay alive and you want to live to see to be able to assist attack off of your team leader to support your team. Because the more people that die in mass PvP, obviously as people fall down, it leaves it harder for the people who are still alive. Because now those people who killed you can now focus on your allies and really just eliminate your team.
yeah.
And you don't want that. That's bad.
All right. So keep that in mind, everybody. Staying alive and staying with your team. That's the best way to do it.
At least mass PvP anyway. And
Yeah.
also knowing your class. Knowing your class is also a number one thing in PvP.
Yeah.
Know what your class can do and know what it cannot do. If you're a Dustblade, you are good at locking someone down.
Hmm.
You are good at keeping someone right there. If you're a Sin, you're good at eliminating, say, clerics or Venos. You're not good at really killing like Seekers, Barbs, unless if you have everyone else with you on them in
Yeah.
TW. Know what you're good at, know what you're bad at with your class.
All right. Well said. Well said. All right. How about the last question here? Which of the evolved settings do you prefer? So, for those who don't know, we have the enable disable skill sender, the enable disable charging skills, and the enable disable auto attack between skills over here. Which ones do you prefer to have on or
So
off?
So I have always have skill sender on. If you
Mhm.
do not know what that is, please turn it on. It is it allows you say if I'm attacking this thing, okay? You want to see with it on and off. Are you with me here, Jin?
Yeah.
So here's with it off. I'm going to use two skills in rapid succession. Look how slow that delay was. I couldn't use that skill fast enough. Now
Hmm.
with skill sender on, it eliminates that whole delay between skills. I'll show you when it's off cooldown. Those two exact same skills. So I'll use them again now. See, there's no delay now between those
Wow.
skills. Like normally your character resets back to its position and then waits for the next skill to be pressed. With this, it eliminates that delay and just goes immediately straight into the next skill.
All right.
So
But I know.
that, in my opinion,
Uh-huh.
what? No, go on. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, but doesn't it when you have that on, doesn't it affect macros though?
That I don't know. I don't think it affects macros. I didn't see macro skills being skill sent. Like I didn't see them have no delay between, so I don't think it really affects macros, honestly.
Oh, okay.
I think it's only PvP if you manually click the skills. Like look how fast I can get my skills off. Just really fast, one after another. That's only due to skill sender.
Okay.
That, in my opinion, is an absolute must to have on in PvP and PvE too. You should always have that on.
Okay.
As for the charging skills, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I would say, personally, I would leave that off, depending on what class you're playing. If you're playing an archer, I would probably turn that on, because most archers at the moment go channeling, and you want to get skills off as fast as possible, just one after the other.
Yeah.
Just spam them skills one after another. So, like something like take aim, it affects take aim. It disables the charging on that.
Yeah.
So it'll just immediately cast it. No charge time, no second click needed. You just go from one to the next. Um, as the changes go on, we get glyphs and archers get glyphs. You might want to turn that off because archer white glyphs go off of charging. Like well, the longer you charge that skill, the stronger it gets.
Yeah, I remember.
So archers will probably want to change over to no charge on.
And also, like I noticed in this nation war, like I was trying to attack a psychic, and you know how the psychics have the Sage of Vengeance, whatever that seals you,
Yeah, soul of vengeance. Yeah.
Soul of Vengeance, yeah. And so I thought it would be a good idea to use the charge skills on those because you're getting a much bigger hit per one single hit if you don't have that genie skill that makes you immune to the seals and stuff.
Hmm. I would say no.
Hmm.
It's not good to use those charge skills because the longer you charge, the more you're giving their defense charms to come back if you're the only one attacking them. Again, I always say you want to knock away those defense charms fast. You want to get to your real damage as fast as possible on someone.
So it's basically like you get that little hit in first, and then you do your big power hits after. So
Like
that,
if you were to stun her, like stun them, you stun them, you're not stopping their defense charms from coming back. And then you could use your big damage skills because then you're hitting their real, like your real damage on them to kill them. That's what I mean.
all
If you
right.
understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. So like the defense charms, they go off after your first hit, right?
After your first two hits, and then like if you were to hit me right now, I have two hits that I can take, and then I don't have a defense charm, then it gets renewed. And then it'll get renewed, and then another two hits, and then I don't have my defense charm on. Then it's on a little cooldown. But if you stun someone, only the first two hits will be defense charmed, and then I'm stunned, I can't put on another defense charm when I'm stunned. So because
Ah.
I'm currently stunned, I can't put that on.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
Yes.
Oh, okay. So do a couple hits first, then stun them, and then they'll be
And then
vulnerable.
they should have their defense charms off, yes.
Ah, okay.
Allowing you to do your real damage. Like watch, I'll show you a really quick demonstration. So right now, I'm hitting defense charms right
Hmm.
now. It's not my real damage.
Yeah.
But if I were to do this, and if I use Life Hunter, I'm hitting my real damage way more often because you're stunned.
Ah.
That's why when you stun, intend to kill.
Okay. I get
But
that
you could
now.
also use a stun to survive. Stun doesn't always mean offensive. It can also
Yeah.
mean defensive.
Yeah. Stun them and run, right?
Stun them, run, uh, waste timers for them. That's the whole point, to just survive.
Yeah.
PvP, mass PvP is always about survival, support your team. And AA, focus with your team, learn how your team plays, always.
All right. I think Yeah, I think I need to make a video on how to do the assist attack. I know we have one in our what I say
Mhm.
Discord, but
We do.
maybe I should make another one for everybody.
It will help people. Why not do it? Sure, why not?
Cool. All right, Gamma. Anything else you want to add to this video?
There's so much more I could talk about PvP. Really, truly, there is. But that could be a whole nother separate video, whole nother one.
Oh, okay.
But that's just the tip of the iceberg.
All
There's so
right.
much more to PvP.
Okay. Well, I think it's about time we end this video. Let's go ahead and uh, do. Yeah, if you want to get a little pose.
Sure. Hold
Try
on.
and,
Here you go.
there we go. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, learned a lot. I know I learned a lot, and you can see what a huge difference is between someone you think has maxed out their tunes versus someone who did all the titles and really maxed out their tunes and really knows how to play their tunes. All right. Anything you want to say to the fans and everybody before we go? All
Nah, I'm good. I've said all I need to.
right. Thank.
If any of you guys have questions, you can always just ask me in game.
Yep. And he's in game uh,
A
almost every
lot.
day. Yeah.
Yes, a lot.
All right. So we'll see you guys back in game. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, you can also put them in my comment section, and I'll get to them. And I can ask Emma if you guys don't aren't in the game. They can ask him too. And we'll see you guys back in game. All right.
Bye bye.
Peace.